Okay, hello everyone. We're in Antigua, Guatemala. Here, met up with my friend Braden.
Hola.
We're gonna ask him a couple of questions about his experience, his backpacking experience. He started in Mexico and he's making his way down all Latin America. And then right now we're in Guatemala. That's where I'm from. And how long have you been here in Antigua?
Antigua, just a couple days now.
A couple of days. What have you done in Antigua?
I've just been wandering around trying to figure out the maze.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's like, I don't know, it's easy to get around, but it's easy to get lost as well.
All right. Where did you start in Guatemala?
In Guatemala, I started in Flores.
Flores, Petén?
Yeah, Flores, Petén.
Where did you go there?
Mostly stayed around on the island. We went and did a couple like Mirador hikes, and then jumped over to Tikal and stayed there for the night.
Did you go to Tikal?
Yeah, we stayed there the night.
How was it?
Oh, it was awesome.
Really?
It was, yeah, no, it was really cool. I didn't get a guide or anything, and I just kind of walked around on the grounds. It took me like 6 hours to kind of do it all. And like you get tired like climbing up all the temples and that kind of thing. But yeah, I stayed in a hammock on the campground just outside of the grounds, and it was really cool. Like you wake up to howler monkeys in the morning screaming at you.
Wow, that's so cool. See, like I'm Guatemalan and I have not been up there at all. I've only been in the southern part because that's where I'm from. But wow, that's amazing. Where else in Guatemala have you been?
I spent a lot of time. I spent about 3 weeks going in and out of Shela. Yeah, I did a bunch of different hikes. I did like a 6-day hike from Nabata to Todos Santos. It's a bunch of really small villages to like the Quiche region in the Chetamula mountain range. It was sweet. Like we were like the only tourists going through, and like once you finally make it to Todos Santos, like all the men are still wearing their traditional wear. Like these bright, colorful jackets and like red pinstriped pants and stuff like that. It was really interesting to see.
Yeah, I could see that. In Guatemala on December the 12th, it's the Dia de la Virgen de Guadalupe, and everybody dresses as an indigenous person.
Oh yeah.
And I've done it before, so I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Now I don't do it because I don't know, I'm too old for that stuff.
Lame.
I know. I bet you if you see me in that gear, you'll probably laugh at me.
Well, yeah, because I've never seen you wear anything else than American clothing.
But anyways, where else after Shela, where did you go?
Yeah, so like, I don't know, after Shela, well, I guess right before that we did Tajamuco, which is like the highest volcanic point in Central America. It was awesome. You can see into Mexico from there. You can see the Pacific Ocean.
What?
Yeah, you're only about 60, 70 kilometers away from the Mexican border when you're at Tajamuco. So yeah, you can actually like look into Mexico and you can see the ocean from there. It was really sweet.
Wow, that's amazing. I want to go up the volcano, but I'm never ready for it. I just, like this time we just did this trip out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So I never thought of, bringing the gear for it, because I guess you need hiking shoes, jacket, and all that stuff.
As long as you have like good shoes, most tourist companies, like hiking companies, they'll offer extra gear, clothing, that kind of stuff. So you can get like your tents, your poles, as long as you have decent shoes, like you're good to go. They'll have warmer layers and that kind of stuff for you.
I had no idea, because like I just go to my town, right, and then from there I just get my brother-in-law to take me places.
That's a pretty good way of doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I met some friends in Shela where it's like they do non-profit hiking guides. So it's like all the proceeds go to like the local communities and to help development for schools and stuff like that. And like they often get stuff donated to them with gear and that kind of stuff. So you can always have enough stuff to go and do the hike and have enough permissions.
So after Tajamuco, you came here?
Yeah, after Tajamuco, I did a 3-day hike from Shela to Lake Atitlan.
Oh wow, I love that. Because you have like so many volcanoes around it, right?
Oh, it was so, yeah, like you're kind of just like in the crater of it all, which was really cool.
And did you know that there was a city underneath the water?
Yeah, like the ruins that are under the water. You can't go and see it or dive there anymore, but there's in Panachel, there's like a virtual museum you can go to kind of check it out.
Wow, that's something I need to do then, because after I left back to Canada, they announced that there was a city underneath the water.
Oh, really?
So I don't know anything about it. I've heard about it, but
yeah, it's supposed to be like, I think it's I can't remember how old it was, but it was one of the older Mayan ruins that are around the area. And it was after the first volcano collapsed on the lake. That's when it was made right after that.
That's so crazy. You know more about it than I do.
I spent a lot of time kind of researching and kind of knowing where I am.
Yeah. I guess during this video, I'm gonna put some information about every town that you've been to or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I haven't done any research, but I eventually will.
Yeah, fair enough.
So where else after Tajumulco? Where else did you go?
So yeah, we did the hike to like Atitlan, and like so we went through the No-Till National Park, and that was like it was beautiful. You get like very scenic views of the lake and that kind of thing. But then we end off in San Juan. We like went to a little coffee farm there, checked it out. Oh yeah, I was in Huehuetenango working on a coffee farm for a week before I went down to the lake.
That's so funny. When he was telling me on Instagram that he was going to Huehuetenango, he wrote W-E-Y and it's H-U-E. It was funny. I'm gonna screenshot it and then put it up there just for laughs. And it's fine though because like you don't know how to like write in Spanish, right?
No.
Obviously, I knew what you were saying though.
Yeah, like, I knew you'd get the message, but I knew I was spelling it completely wrong.
No, I know. It's because like here we use the H, but the H is silent.
Yeah.
Just like my name is not Hubert, it's Hubert.
Hubert.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was funny. I'll show you guys a screenshot of it.
Laugh at me.
Well, after that, you came here or no?
So we did. We were in San Juan for a little bit. Stayed a few nights in San Pedro. Definitely a little party town. It's like, yeah, it was funny. Like, and like you can always tell like who the
San Pedro la Laguna.
Yeah, San Pedro la Laguna. Yeah, it's just like all the tourists or expats, I guess, have like their houses right on the water, and a lot of them are abandoned now because the lake keeps rising. I guess it's been rising like exponentially over the last like couple of years.
What's been raised? The water?
Yeah, the water in the lake, just like from rainfall and the tectonic like plate shifting.
Yeah.
It just caused the water to go up.
Wow, that's crazy. I had no idea. No, I actually didn't. I know there's earthquakes though.
Yeah.
Have you experienced any?
Not in Guatemala.
Where?
Vancouver. Yeah, when I was living in Vancouver, the earthquake that hit Japan and caused like the nuclear explosion. I can't remember which one it was.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, it was a few years ago. We got the after tremors in Vancouver. So like I got home at like 1 o'clock in the morning after my bar shift, and then, like I swear I thought like a bookshelf fell over or something. Like the whole building just like shook, and like my whole apartment, everything was like all the glasses in my cupboard started shaking. Yeah, so that was. I didn't know what it was until someone told me the next day. But like I ran around my apartment looking for a bookshelf that fallen over or something.
That's crazy. I remember when I was little and I was living here in Guatemala, I woke up to like everything moving around me, and I was like, "Oh my God, Mom, we're gonna die!" It's the scariest shit to wake up to, or the scariest thing to wake up to.
It's really confusing.
Exactly, because you don't know what the hell's happening. But. And then afterwards, what did you do?
So yeah, San Pedro la Laguna, and then I went to Santa Cruz la Laguna. I met a friend there. She was working at a hostel, so we just like hung out for a bit. I ended up walking from Santa Cruz all the way to San Marcos Laguna, and that took me like 2.5 hours. It was a surprise. Yeah, like you're going on this like tiny little trail that only like the locals really take, and yeah, it was you could like climb up the kind of like the cliffside and make your way down. It was pretty interesting.
Wow.
But yeah, then I ended up spending like 3 days in San Marcos la Laguna. Yeah, just hanging out in the hippie town.
So you went to every single town around?
Not every single town. I just went to those 3. Like we kind of just passed through San Juan, but I spent a couple nights in San Pedro, a couple nights in Santa Cruz, and then a few more in San Marcos.
Wow, that's something I need to do.
Yeah.
But who knows if I'm ever gonna do it. I may do it one of these days, but
it's super easy to get around with the lanchas. It's like 20. It's like 5Q pretty much for every stop that you go. Yeah, but San Marcos, man, that is a quirky town. It's literally full of hippies who are having moments. It's
hippies like from other races or?
No, it was mostly like tourist hippies and like even some like Guatemalans for sure. But yeah, like the whole culture there is like all about like yoga, spiritual enlightenment, like that kind of thing, right? So it was really interesting to walk around and check it out. Yeah, it definitely felt out of place there, but
Well, yeah,
it's something worth seeing.
yeah. Lots of fun. After that, what did you do?
Yeah, then after that, then I came to Antigua.
Antigua. What's the places people have recommended you to go?
In Guatemala. Well, I was recommended Shayla just because it has a really good language school and you're more immersed in the culture.
Yeah.
Whereas like not very many people speak English there, especially the locals. So it was a good place to start practicing Spanish, and like my Spanish is still very broken, but I can kind of work it out.
Can you understand if someone's talking to you?
I can get the gist of it. Yeah, I can't tell you what like, every word meant, but I could tell you kind of general context.
That's just like my son.
No, gracias.
He understands. No, that's good. He understands Spanish, but he won't talk to you in Spanish. He's too shy.
Yeah, and I'm still kind of the same, not feeling confident, I guess. Yeah, so Shayla was recommended to Cal. Was recommended to me.
Of course, that's something I would love to go.
And someone explained it to me as like, it's kind of like the Machu Picchu of Peru. You can't go to Guatemala and not see Tikal.
Yeah, I honestly feel embarrassed that I haven't been there yet. I've been to the ones in Mexico, but not the ones here in my country. Chichen Itza. And Teotihuacan.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
The pyramids. I mean, I loved the Mayan side of the Mexican ruins.
Yeah.
Only because I feel like they're more scenic, they look better, I think.
They definitely have there's definitely a contrast between the two is what I found, but going to Tikal,
it's different.
It put all the Mexican Mayan temples and that kind of thing to shame. I thought anyway. It's just the way temples tower over the canopies of the jungle, and you're walking through, and it's just you realize just how big it was.
Yeah.
And
wow.
Yeah.
The Gran Jaguar. Are people allowed to go up there?
Which one?
To the temples.
They have staircases that they build out of wood, so you can climb up, and I think there's 3 of the main temples you can climb up. You can't climb up the Jaguar temple, but the one right across from it you can. And yeah.
What's the funniest things you experienced here in Guatemala?
Man, there's so many funny, weird things.
Tell me 2.
It's usually the kids that are the funniest, is what I found. Sometimes you'll be walking down the street, and you'll see a bunch of kids with straws in their mouth, and it looks like they're spitting spitballs around. They'll just have some dust or some flour or something in there, and they're just puff it at you, and to make you flinch.
Wow. When I was a kid, I used to get those elastics and banana and orange peel, and we just throw it at people, and it hurts.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I never had anything like that, but
I used to get in trouble for them. What's the other one?
Another funny one. It's just sometimes a language barrier. Really, that's probably the funniest thing. I try to say something, and I have it in my head. I know how to say it, but it just comes out completely wrong. And then it's the blank stares you get from locals, just right. And they start laughing at you and just gonna make fun of you. It's I think that's probably the best part.
Yeah. What's the what do you call it? What has been the most favorite thing that you've done here? Or something that you like the most? Not favorite, but that you like the most.
It's hard to say, but
there's a lot of things, right?
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's I've been in Guatemala for just over a month and a half, and I've done so much. And it's it's just kind of hard to pinpoint one. But I think the Nevada Todos Santos trek was really cool. It's because you're in places where most people don't go. You're going through these small little villages. Where you're the only tourist, where they don't even speak Spanish, where most of the locals only speak Mam or Quiche or their traditional languages, right?
Yeah.
So that was really interesting. Everyone just wanted to come take pictures of you. You're local celebrities walking through some of these towns.
Because you're a gringo.
Yeah.
That's why.
Gringo.
Yeah. And people can, even if you're not gringo and you're not from here, people can just pick you out. I mean, people can tell I was born here in Guatemala, but I moved to Canada, so people know that I'm not from there. So I guess I'm not tanned yet.
Yeah, no, I'm darker than you.
Yeah, so sooner I'll get tanned. Would you come back?
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, I love Guatemala. I found the Western Highlands around Quetzaltenango was it felt a lot like home. Just the rivers, the mountains, the forest, a lot of the vegetation just reminded me a lot of the Pacific Northwest. And yeah, it was hard to leave in a way, just because it just felt so natural.
Yeah, you just come used to it, right? Yeah.
And like, the people are so nice. Like everyone I've talked to, they're so nice. They're quirky. Like some of the ladies just say they want to take you home. It's
of course.
Like, it's hilarious.
Of course. Where did you work in Huehuetenango?
Huehuetenango. I worked on a coffee farm in Agua Dulce. Yeah, it was just like in this like mountain valley. We were working on a medium-sized farm. It's a guy that works for a coffee collective back in Denmark. And like the whole program around the coffee is to make sure that it's fair trade for local farmers, to get exposure for the Guatemalan market and that kind of thing. So it was a medium-sized farm. There's like 2,000 pickers that were working on the farm, and they're all from like local or like smaller communities, just kind of like around the Agua Dulce region. And like when I was talking to the owner, he was telling me a lot about how they'll work for like these 4 months of the year and then take all that money and live off of it for the next year. And like it blows my mind. Like they're carrying up these like massive bags of coffee beans and like
short guys, right?
Like short. Yeah, well, everyone in Guatemala is short.
Majority.
Let me tell you that.
That is true. When I was at that Houston airport, everybody started getting shorter. I was telling my son, I'm like, Dylan, look, everyone here in this flight just got shorter. It's like when we took off from Canada, everyone's tall, right? Taller than me. And then Houston, when we were coming here to Guatemala, everybody was short. So you could tell the difference.
Walking through markets is a pain in the butt, let me tell you.
You could see him from miles away.
Yeah, it's like I'm above the crowd, walking through markets, things are just like hanging and like you got like you're ducking constantly. I almost clotheslined myself probably like 7 times in every market I go through, just from all the random like strings hanging across and stuff.
Yeah, like I feel that way when I go to procesiones. I'll explain that later. I'm not taller than a lot of people here, but I'm pretty tall from the town that I'm from, and I can see above people and stuff like that. I like it. I don't like being short, but whatever. Was it hard to do the coffee? What did you do?
We were able to do a little bit of everything. We kind of left our volunteering open. Just kind of, but I did a little bit of picking. We did a little bit of everything really, like washing, mowing, sorting, drying, separating, stuff like that. It made me realize like how much work actually goes into coffee. Like holy crap, those people work hard.
Yeah.
There's about 10 guys that are working year round on the farm. Mm-hmm. Really nice guys, and like they actually spoke a bit of Spanish, so they could brokenly talk a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, they'd start at like 6:30 in the morning, and like the latest I saw them work was till 10:30 at night. So they had a big harvest that they had to like mow and wash and get through.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a full day job for the entire harvest.
Yeah, I have a lot of respect for people. A lot of indigenous people are the hardworking people.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that are discriminated the most here in Guatemala, unfortunately. But my respects to these people because they work hard. They really earn their money and stuff. Do you know where that coffee goes to?
So that coffee is mostly shipped to Denmark and Europe. Yeah, so like from the farm itself, they don't have a roastery, so they bring it to like Huehuetenango, the city, and then they roast it there, and then they have like people come in, they come check out the coffee, and they ship it off to Denmark for a coffee collective. So they have a few different cafes throughout Denmark, and it's like, yeah, it's all for fair trade, so like the farmers get equal compensation. Like not equal compensation, but they get enough compensation for what they're doing at a better price than they would normally. And like the farm that I was working on was really cool. Like they're really socially responsible. Like where they built a school there, and like every year they bring in doctors and dentists and stuff like that to administer like vaccinations and different things like that for the local families. And if like the owner doesn't want to expand his farm, he just wants to kind of keep it around the same size so he can help support the other local coffee farmers that are around and kind of get some like small batch specialty coffees from different areas in that region.
Wow.
Yeah, but the coffee mostly ends up in Denmark.
Yeah.
As far as I understand.
I heard that Starbucks buys a lot of coffee from Guatemala. I don't know from where exactly, but I heard that majority of the coffee from Starbucks comes from here.
Yeah. Well, I heard like the Atitlan coffee is really popular in North America, whereas the Huehuetenango region is more popular in Europe. Yeah, but I guess there's 4 main regions in Guatemala where coffee is kind of cultivated.
Yeah.
But that's like the few that I know.
Yeah, no, the ones that I've seen at Starbucks has been Casi Cielo, Antigua.
Yeah. And Seagull's, yeah, really popular.
There's another one, but I can't remember. Wow. Well, I don't have any other questions, to be honest. I think I covered everything. Yeah, that's it.
Sweet.
Well, thank you for tuning in. This is my friend Braden. We both worked a local. I don't even know if I should say local. We're gonna cut this out anyways.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, we known each other from Calgary. I guess he's a Calgarian,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. And I became a Calgarian. So, but anyways, thanks Braden for being here with us.
Yeah,
And
no worries.
nice to see you again.
Yeah, nice to see you too, man.
See you everyone.
Take care.